champion, Bernhard Langer, US Masters champion, Seve Ballesteros, winner of 4 majors, all members of Tony Jacklin's team. But history tells us we don't win the Ryder Cup very often, 3 times actually, starting in 1929. This is George Duncan receiving the trophy at Moortown from old Sam Ryder himself. In 1933 at Southport, the brash, flamboyant Walter Hagen captained America. J.H. Taylor, Britain's captain, was from an older and different generation. They didn't hit it off, although this Hagen practice swing almost did hit Taylor. And you can see what the old boy thought of that. The rivalry between the two countries was such that it excited royalty. The Prince of Wales, future King of England, was there. Vast crowds followed all the matches, and they enjoyed the wind that was blowing some Americans into trouble. Britain's hero was Sid Easterbrook. His putt at the 18th won the match.
Giving this cut, I am naturally impartial. But of course, we over here are very pleased to have won.
But the Ryder Cup, engraved with the results match by match, would not come Britain's way again for 24 years. A world war had come and gone before we won again. And then it was at the Inland Lindrick course in 1957. And a member of the winning team was Peter Alliss.
The people, the spectators helped. The golf was good, but the cheers rang out, and it's one of the few times in British golf that partisanship, God forbid that it should ever get like the Italians or the French or whoever, to a point where it becomes nonsensical. But they actually cheered for British putts. And they sort of half applauded for missed American putts, which the Americans misconstrued, and they weren't used to losing. And the wave of enthusiasm got through the court. It was a combination of patriotism, the day, the course, a North Country crowd, and it blossomed into something that was totally magical.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a wonderful moment for me.
No such moment as this has come since. But in 19...
That was Brian Huggett coming down the last hole and sweating his guts out over a 4-footer and thinking he'd won the putt. And it wasn't to be.
In fact, despite this emotion, it all rested on the match behind. Jacklin, 2 years ago in the Florida Everglades, we gave the Americans a real fright. We've never won over there, but in these closing moments, Sam Torrance and others were producing golf that looked like rewriting history.
What a shot. Ian, look at this. He played. Look at this.
But then, Lanny Wadkins came up with this magical shot against Canizares.
Well, it was, for me, one of the most important shots I've ever hit in my life. It was very important at the time. I remember very, very vividly that when I hit the shot close to the hole, and it was a semi-blind shot, and I went up on the green to see it, Tom Kite was standing just to the right of me and slapped me on the back, and I went to say something, and nothing came out. So if that tells you how your emotions run, that probably describes it for me.
The Americans' one-point win had skipper Jack Nicklaus kissing the ground Wadkins had played from. Now, 2 years later, the Americans have a new captain who knows how to steal a prize from Britain. Lee Trevino, who stole the 1972 Open at Muirfield, like this.
No follow-through, squirting it up. Oh, my God, straight in the hole for a 2.
The man from whom he stole that Open is Tony Jacklin, our Ryder Cup captain.
Tony and I have been very good friends for many, many years. I guess one of the greatest matches that Tony and I ever participated in was actually the old Piccadilly match play at Wentworth when we had 26 birdies and three eagles between us in 36 holes. And I beat him one up on the 36th hole. And I'll never forget going down the first fairway because Tony looked at me and he says, I just want to play golf today. I don't want to talk. And right away I looked right at him and I said, I don't want you to talk. Just listen. And
the Belfry, which grows year by year into a better and better course, is now being criticised for being too American. It certainly has one of the world's great holes. The 10th, nearly 280 yards over water to a tree-lined green. Only the bold dare take out the wood and go for it. In 1978, the bold Ballesteros tried it and made it.
By Jove, he didn't hold back on that. This should clatter down somewhere in the trees or by the green, anywhere on the left now. There it is. How about that one?
I think we're looking forward to the matches. I believe that my team is a little stronger than it was in '83. I have all the current money winners, tournament winners, and the ones that are playing extremely well. So I'm very confident in winning this championship. I mean, I would be kind of silly to say no, that I'm not confident in winning it. I think I have 12, may not have the best players in the world, because I have highly regards for Seve Ballesteros and Bernhard Langer. But when you take the whole team as a team of 12 players, yes, I think my team is extremely strong.
Oh, God, I hope we win. That's all I can say. I mean, I just hope we don't go as close the last time as we did the last time and not win, because I don't know whether I could take that.
And so the battle is joined in this 26th Ryder Cup here at the Belfry, the home of the Professional Golfers Association, not far outside Birmingham. The great question, of course, is can the 28-year domination of this event by the United States be broken at last? Well, optimism has been rife on this side of the Atlantic for many, many months. And you can sense it here at the Belfry. There's intense anticipation and excitement, and nowhere more so than at that spectacular 10th hole, where a man must decide, do I take out the wood and go for the big one, 275 yards across water. There was no doubt in the mind of Seve Ballesteros as to what he would do. And then came Sam Torrance. Some early signs of aggressive play there from the European team. The Ryder Cup got underway on the first day with the morning foursomes, where each side plays just the one ball and hits alternate shots. The first match out was between the Spanish pairing of Ballesteros and Pinero against Strange and O'Meara. And the Spaniards are 3 up with 3 to play, Dormy, as we join O'Meara on the 16th fairway, playing his second shot.
Ballesteros and Pinero have played. They're at the back of the green, and that's a wonderful stroke from O'Meara. His side 3 down with 3 to play. Looks as if they might well win this one. Ballesteros for a 3. His side 3 up. This must go in for the match. Doesn't. Strange, Curtis Strange has this putt for a birdie 3 to win the hole and be 2 down with 2 to play. Got to hole this to keep the match going. Yep.
Now this is a 17th. Another big par 5, 575 yards. A 90-degree dogleg right, the tee away to the left of the picture. And down there's the far, as you can see the elbow of the dogleg, and the players coming in from our left as we look back.
So Ballesteros' second shot here. The problem he has is the ditch that is some 200 yards ahead. It's only a moderate lie in the rough, and I doubt that he's going to go for it.
Very easy swing, and I think Clive was right there.
Yes, and that one's nicely positioned, leaving him a medium iron into the green, just short of the burn.
Clive, what sort of shot now have the Americans got?
Well, I wouldn't think it's reachable from where they are. He's got about, Curtis has about 310 yards to go, so it certainly isn't with this wind. The wind's blowing off the left, but he can hit a good wood down there and just leave himself a short pitch.
That's all right, that's all right. Jesus Christ, oh.
Well, let that go on the wind and into the bunker, and if he found the fairway, one would have feel that the Americans have an advantage here at the 17th as well. Pinero and Ballesteros short. Now, there's a lovely picture showing you what Pinero's got left to do. Shot of perhaps 160, 170 yards. Clive?
Yes, he's got exactly 170 yards to go, and I would think that's going to play looks like a 6 iron.
That's a great shot, and with their opponents in the bunker, maybe here is where they can finish their match. The bunker here, this bunker anyway, is very shallow, so no problem about getting the ball up or hitting it far enough. Very good shot, very interesting execution. Plays a sort of pitch and run out of the sand, and in fact, he's just run through into the fringe rough at the back. So Curtis Strange, in all honesty, knows he's got to hold this to have a chance of winning the hole. Strange then has this for a 4. 17. Not a very good shot, so they've got, their opponents have got 2 putts for the match. Well, a bit tentative, but that's good enough, I would think. So, first blood to Europe by 2-1.
Ballesteros and Pinero were Europe's only winners on this opening morning. Hardly an encouraging start for the European team. The United States leading 3-1. In the afternoon came the 4-ball matches, where the better ball counts on either side, and again 4 matches. Somehow Europe just had to get back into the match. We're going to join the leading group, Paul Way and Ian Woosnam, against Fuzzy Zeller and Hubert Green. The British pair are 1 up as we see Way playing his second shot to the 9th.
Green for a 3. Clever little chip and run using the slope. Not a bad shot. Away, a putt here for a birdie 3, which will double the lead. Well, he's a cold, calculating little devil, this one. 2 out for Europe.
View of the tent, and this hole is completely surrounded with spectators, 5 or 6 deep. It really is the most marvellous sight. Well, that was a little half push shot, using half the power of a 5 or iron, I would think, and that's just about right. Good spot. Now this is the second shot. Paul Way. And steady. Oh, a bit unlucky there, the spin back so far. Nicely played. There's Tony, watching with Bernard Gallagher, his trusty lieutenant and minder. Now Hubert with a putt for a 3, and this one's got quite a swing from the right. Pokes it up and round, and he's not cool. Oh, would you believe it? This putt for a birdie 3 for Paul Way. Has to go 3 up. Not much swing on this putt. Could be. Oh, he's off. Well, that's terrific. I don't think we're going to have to guess too hard, as I was saying before, on what's going to happen here. Seve will cut loose at this one. And he gave it the slider. That could be good. And nonchalantly reaches in the bag for the putter. So Peter Jacobsen's second shot. The green is very holding, and he can afford to carry the ball all the way to the flag, because it backs up, it spins back quite a lot on this green. knows in his heart of hearts he's got to get down in 2 if he wants to get a half. And that's a very good... See that? Spins away, unlucky. Very unlucky. Now Seve has this putt to win the hole. This putt, in fact, to go 1 up. Needs to hurry a little bit and turn a little bit, and it won't just do it. Now Peter Jacobson. Oh, good effort. But it's a 4 and a win for Ballesteros and Pinero, who go 1 up after 10. The first match, Paul Way and Ian Woosnam. Way has this for a 3. And he just didn't get it going hard enough, as you could see. That's a 4. Well, Green has this putt for a 2. And that would put them back to only 2 down. 3 down at the moment. Watch how Green does a forward press and locks his hands in position. Wait a minute. Didn't do it that time. Can he hold it? Perhaps he's discovered a new secret. A superb 2 from Hubert Green. Wins the hole back. And so the European side now just 2 up. It's Craig Stadler. The third match. 1 up. Out in 35 to Langer and Canizares 36. Oh no, that started left. He was looking for a cut, and I don't think he's got anywhere near enough cut, and he's gone. Oh, was it clattered the tree? Has it found the water? May have ricocheted off the tree, and yes, there's a little telltale ripple. It clattered the trees and fell in the water. Just trying to nudge it down short or alongside the right-hand bunker by the water. Don't think he's overly pleased with that. He mishit it a bit. I think he caught the ground a bit early, and that really is ultra safe. And on the right there, he's quite a distance from the flag. Now, I'm surprised Canizares is having a go first, because Langer is much more powerful. Well, he's a natural cutter. If it slides right and gets lucky through the trees, it may not be too bad. And they're all very silent. Langer's having a go. He hit a cracking tee shot here this morning and just missed the green, level with the flag in the water. He's cut it. And that's up by the 16th green. Now this is the camera behind the 16th green. Now if that's Langer's ball, he's gone way over the trees. And in fact, he's left himself virtually impossible shot back. Sutton at the 10th, a marvellous stroke, unlucky to just spin back, because that at one time was no more than a foot from the hole. So he's safely on. His partner's in the water, so he can do really no better than a 4 unless he performs a miracle pitch, and it all depends where the other 2 are away over on the left.
Zeller at the 13th. And the USA gets a second consecutive birdie and reduces the deficit to 1. 5 holes left to play. With his partner already having a par 4, Sam Torrance has this for a birdie 3, 9th green. Beautiful putt, dead weight. And whilst his opponents could still get a half, he's asked him a pretty difficult question.
So the 10th now, but Langer is almost on the 16th green. Now he's coming through the trees, over the hill, down the slope. If he actually gets this on the green, it'll be a very good shot, and also he'll have to have a touch of good fortune. Oh. He landed that on the 1 square yard it was possible, and that really is a beautifully judged shot. But just that little touch of good fortune that you've always got to have. It could have landed a yard or two short on the downslope and scuttled through, but it didn't. It really was a gem of a result. Al Sutton at the 10th. It's for a birdie 3. And he's unlucky. This putt of about 4.5 feet for a birdie 3 for Langer, and this would square the match. Yes, well held, beautifully rolled in. Match all square. Final match. Sam Torrance to drive first. Match is all square. Both sides out in 33. Interesting strategy here, because both the Americans played short. Here's Watkins. Both of them, of course, beautiful players of this length of shot. Like that. And again, shade unlucky. Might so easily have stopped where it landed. Now, the putt. Big swing from the left. This for an eagle, as he kept it up high enough. I don't think he has quite. Oh, it's a lovely putt. He may be asked to hold that. No, it was conceded. Now, the Americans have 2 putts for halves. First, Lanny Watkins. Oh, well done. Well held, Lanny. Excellent 3. So both Americans played safe. The hole is halved in 3, and the match stays all square. Seve looks to have 3 iron. He might like that one. Yes, beautifully played, using the wind, and good chance of a birdie there. Peter Jacobsen's tee shot at the 14th. 2 down, and he and Pinero both miss the green, albeit by a yard or 2. Fuzzy had a couple of birdies at the 13th and the 15th, which helped the cause a bit, and the home side took 4 at the short hole, so a tight match. Swings down the hill, could be. Oh, what a brilliant putt, and what a time to do it. So suddenly the match is all square. So the 14th, and Peter Jacobsen's chip shot, 21 or 2 yards. Play these so well these days. Looks nice. Oh, very nice indeed. Well, what a killer blow. Although his partner was fairly close, that gets the job done very well indeed. A 2 for Jacobsen. Now Hubert Green at the 18th. Second shot. What wind there is almost behind. It's died away a lot, and Hubert gets it nicely on to the middle plateau, as you can see, quite a long way from the flag. Paul Way's second shot. Hubert Green is on the green, but a long, long way from the hole. Match is all square. Oh, what a stroke. He got a lovely little kick in off the bank, and that's only 12 or 14 feet away, and that's a superb shot from Paul Way. Little Woozer's found the bunker. Now, he's tucked in that little V. Now, his partner, of course, has played an ace stroke, so he may have a go at something a bit spectacular here. I don't know whether he caught it quite crisply enough. Yes, he did. Well done. Lovely little cut round there with a 3-iron, I suspect. Fuzzy Zeller, long putt for a 3, and it's frighteningly close. Hubert Green for a 3. Long putt almost away to the shadows on the left. And it's turning, it's looking dangerous. Oh, it just ran out of gas. So they've got their 4s. And Way and Woosnam both have putts to win the match. Woosnam's quite a long way away, but he's seen the run of that ball. He knows the putt will swing left to right. Woosnam for a 3, chases it down and across the green, and it just doesn't turn. What a good effort. 4 for Woosnam. That's conceded, I'm sure. And Paul Way has a putt for the match. And, well, it was so close last time. It's the odd halved match that counts so much at the end of the week. There were 3 up with 8 holes to play. But then the Americans had 5 birdies in 6 holes, which was really tremendous stuff. And now Paul Way has this to win the match. Just a whisker from the left. Yeah, well, what a putt. Well. That was a tremendously brave putt from Paul Way. A cracking 3. He even gets a kiss from Tony Jacklin. And a pat on the back, and that's the first victory of the afternoon. And what a splendid one. They were 3 up, as I was saying, with 8 to play. It looked as if the power play of Zeller and Green, the experience of those 2, was going to perhaps just win the day for them. But no, a marvellous 3 from Paul Way at the last, and first victory of the afternoon for Europe.
And Seve with an enormous drive here, carrying the corner of the dog leg. He's run just through it, and his lie possibly isn't quite good enough to get a wood at. He's got 280 yards to go. If he could have got a 3 wood at it, he might have got home, but it looks to me as if he's going to play just short and then rely on a good pitch.
Yes. What a nice little cat, something.
Well, he certainly gave it everything and is in ideal spot to do what Clive suggested. Jacobson's 3rd shot to the 17th. He was in trouble off the tee as well. Very good shot from about 170, 180 yards. Seve's 3rd to the 17th. Good. 17th green. Jacobson 4 of 4. That's a 5. Ballesteros in this one for the match. That's the second point for Europe this afternoon, a win by 2 and 1, and repeats his performance, or his and Pinero's performance this morning, who they won by 2-1 then as well. So 2 points for the Spaniards today. And Jacqueline's there again with his congratulations.
So 2 points for Europe in the bag, and still 2 matches which could go Europe's way to give them a clean sweep.
Lawrence on the 15th, this for a birdie 4.5. Yes, so he stays all square. Here's Seve coming up the 18th. Let's listen to the applause for them. Another victory.
Get in them.
Good there. Well, that was a good one. Just when needed most. Watkins' second shot. His partner's short. Watkins is on, but you can see faced with that long putt with a big swing from right to left.
Canizzares is playing his third. And these players, just because their partner's on the green doesn't mean they stop trying. Because if he can knock this in pretty close, give his partner a free putt. Just like that. What a beautiful stroke. Absolutely lovely. That's the 4. Craig Stadler from the front edge of the 17th, third shot. It's a good shot. Very good from there.
Watkins at the 16th for a 3. That stayed just on the right line, and what a putt the hole, and what a moment to do it. And that's typical Lanny Watkins stuff. Seen him do that time and time again. A very gutsy player indeed, Lanny Watkins. And what pressure now back on the European pair. Howard Clark. This for a 3. This to halve the 16th. Just away. See it start to swing about 5 feet short of the hole.
That's the 4 for Stadler. Sutton can now pick his marker up. It was Stadler's putt now. Either of these for Canizzares or that for a half. Half achieved, match all square, 1 hole left to play.
Well, this was Sam Torrance's putt after that very good second shot. This was for a 3 at the 16th to halve the hole. No, always on the wrong side, and small tragedy there for the European side, and an excellent blow by Lanny Watkins. Canizzares second to the 18th. Just goes back on the slope. That was a fine looking stroke from Canizzares. Another couple of yards and that would have been very near indeed. Craig Stadler with a medium long iron.
Something like a 4-iron, 3-iron, something of that order. Wind's helping him. Well, he's on the right level, but almost where Hubert Green was earlier.
Oh, skip up. Skip up. Get up.
And he's also caught the bank. And it starts to go back down the slope as Canizares' ball did. Anything short with his spin will pull it way back. And he gets it up the top now. Oh, unlucky that he didn't get a bit of spin back, but that's a lovely shot. He could see the ground, hoping to get a little spin and turn. A good shot from Bernard. Sutton has putted from long range and is not quite dead. Here's Canizares for a 3. Up the hill. Well, it was a very good effort from down below the hill. Just didn't give it enough. Borrow, and that's a 4th. Nice 4 from Canizares. Match all square. And what a moment to get one on line. Oh, unlucky. Beautiful, beautiful line. Captain Jacklin trying to look calm. And here Langer. This to win the match. Not given it quite enough. Dead on line. Not quite enough. And so, a splendid match. Played in a very good spirit indeed. Ends all square. Hands very low, Watkins. Again, not a big man, about 5'9" or so. Hands low. 1, 2, 3, and bang.
Where is it?
And pretty good. Just wanted a whisker more to take him up onto the top level. Second shot to the 18th. 1 up. Looks a bit ungainly, Raymond, but my word, how effective he is. Like that, but it may just go back on the slope, and all those people behind the green huffing and puffing, and down the hill it goes. But that was so nearly a super shot. Now Howard Clark, his second for this 18th green. Good shot. Now Torrance's second shot. 1 down. No, just misjudged or slightly mishit. Dead on line. You can see just rolling back be alongside Ray Floyd's. Up the slope. No, not a good try though. Oh, Sam Torrance, almost the same line. No, Sam hasn't really had the putts running at the hole at all today. And he knows it's not been a happy day on the putting surfaces for Sam Torrance. Usually a very good putter. So Lanny Watkins, who delivered the cruel blow with a putt of about this length at the 16th to put his side in the lead, has this putt. Big swing on this one, but he has this putt for the match. No, he just never got it high enough to start off with. But I do feel in my heart of hearts that Howard Clark has to hold this putt. And if it goes in, it would mean that the honours are even at the end of the first day. Just tippled away. So here's Ray Floyd going first for a par at the 18th and victory by 1 hole. Yes, very good, close match, and victory to Ray Floyd and Lenny Watkins by just that single hole.
So, a much-needed recovery by the European team in those 4-ball matches. Way and Woosnam winning, Ballesteros and Pinero their second win of the day, Langer and Canizares getting a half, and only Floyd and Watkins winning for the United States. And at the end of this opening day, the score reads Europe 3.5, United States of America 4.5, which, considering the shaky start in the morning, wasn't at all bad from the European point of view. On the second day, there was a change in the order of play. 4 balls in the morning,